You know, everybody basically considers the worst kept secret in the movie industry right now is that Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey. It's kind of been the assumption from day one that they cast her. Never been officially confirmed. Other people have some different theories.
Come on, man, Firestar.
I certainly don't know for certain. Oh yeah, that would be repeating a He-Man mistake. I believe she's Jean Grey, but I certainly have no definitive proof that she is. I mean, I don't know for a fact that she is. I just believe she's going to be, right? Well, now some of the more prominent inside scoopers are now coming out and saying they have verified it. Like, for instance, a common scooper that everybody's familiar with, Daniel RPK, has come out and said, I can confirm that Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey 100%. He's not saying it's his opinion. He's not saying it's his guess. He's saying, I can confirm for you. She's it. Now, of course, the word confirm is the most improperly used words in all of film fandom.
It's like inconceivable.
It's inconceivable. Like, the only people who can confirm that she's Jean Grey is Sadie Sink, Kevin Feige, the studio, the director of the film. Those are the people who can confirm. What Daniel RPK can do is report that he has uncovered information that says, but regardless, semantics, right? He's not the only one. There have been a couple of other scoopers coming out saying, yeah, we've been given the lowdown. She's Jean Grey, which would maybe be a little anticlimactic. It does raise the question, though. Why are they going out of their way to hide who she is? Now, granted, I don't think we've gotten the final Spider-Man trailer yet. I think we're going to get one more, and they'll probably reveal, what's your name? Jean. I think that's probably coming. I don't think they're intending her identity to be a mystery going into the movie. Maybe yes, maybe no. We'll find out. But why would they be hiding it? The only theory I have about why they might be concealing that she's Jean Grey is because they don't want to tip X-Men connections yet.
Right.
But, I mean, the whole world kind of guessed she was Jean Grey the moment they cast her, right? Even though it was in a Spider-Man movie. Which, if all this is true, and we still have to put that giant asterisk of if on there, if all that is true, I think it tells us some things about what the new X-Men are going to be. I mean, obviously, we always theorized that when we get the new X-Men, they will be a young bunch. Because we believe in today's environment, they want to cast people in these roles that can play it. I mean, no one's going to be Hugh Jackman that plays it for 30 years or whatever, but they want some people who can play these roles for literally 10, 15, maybe even 20 years. And you can't do that if you start with somebody in their late 30s. So it kind of makes sense that they would do that, which makes me guess that our Scott Summers, when we get him, will probably be roughly the same age. Now, this is all, of course, Rob, making a wild assumption that she's going to be our Jean Grey post Secret Wars as well. And maybe she won't be. Maybe she's just going to be Jean Grey and Spider-Man and Secret Wars. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. But anyway, Rob, I'm not surprised at all to hear these, scoopers coming out and saying, yeah, we found out she is actually Jean Grey. No surprise to me. I still think it's fascinating. By the way, this isn't Kevin Feige saying it, so it does leave the door open that there's a 1% chance that maybe she's somebody else. But, Rob, I'm on the assumption now she's Jean Grey. What do you think?
Well, first of all, of all the scoopers in the world, I think that Daniel RPK is the one you can trust the most.
He is a little hit and miss sometimes.
I think but I would trust him the most.
I thought you were going to say he's the most human.
He's the most in all the souls human. And all the scoopers I've encountered in my travels. Daniel RPK was the most human. No, I think there's an issue. I think the issue is that we're going into Avengers Doomsday where they're bringing back the X-Men.
Yeah.
Where the X-Men, there is Scott Summers, who is Jean Grey's paramour. I mean, it's so you can't. There's a huge look. Not everyone. I know everybody who watches this channel knows all this stuff. We all know it. But the people that don't know it, I think might be very confused if it's established, like even if she's known as Jean Grey, she's not an X-Man. she's Jean Grey before, because the 616
Before the X-Men exist.
Yeah, the 616 Earth has no X-Men right now. So what you're doing is you're going into a movie like a Doomsday, where by definition, I mean, sure, the X-Men can go into Secret Wars. I don't know, but I would imagine that I read something just this morning where one of the Russo brothers is saying that they're thinking about Doomsday and Secret Wars as phase zero.
Yeah, I read that.
But I think that's exactly right, because it's a reset. You're going back in the phases, and so the X-Men as we know them are going to go away. Like, all the Fox X-Men are going to be, with the possible exception of maybe Wolverine, I don't know, but they're even going to have to give us a new Wolverine. So post Secret Wars, we know we're getting an X-Men movie. So I would imagine they're engineering. I don't know if we're getting an X-Men movie. Does that X-Men movie come out before Secret Wars?
No.
So, okay, if it's coming out after Secret Wars.
Right now, they haven't announced any production dates, release dates, anything like that.
They're going to use Secret Wars as a way of rebooting the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and specifically the X-Men. Now, I don't have any knowledge. I'm speculating.
Yeah.
But I'm tying that into why Jean Grey, they're not announcing her, because she's not the X-Men Jean Grey. She might as well be Storm running around the streets of a city in Africa as a little girl before she's become Storm. She's just Aurora, and so Jean Grey is just Jean. And I think that's why they're trying not to muddy those waters. Like, people have been posting Sadie Sink in the Jean Grey X-Men 97.
Yeah, all fake.
They don't want to do that. Yeah. But they're intentionally not. She's not going to be wearing that costume in Spider-Man Brand New Day, because there is no X-Men on the 616. Right. There is no Xavier. There is no Gray Malkin Lane. There is no Mansion yet.
Now, of course, they've already introduced the first mutant, which is Ms. Marvel.
Ms. Marvel.
They've already kind of introduced that she's that.
But that was a retcon.
Yeah. By the way, I still love the way they did that. For those of you who didn't watch it, and if you haven't watched it, you should. I think Ms. Marvel's like the second best show that Marvel's done on Disney Plus. But there's this great point where they say we looked at your genes and it looks like there's a mutation.
Yeah, right.
And when they say it,
yeah,
they have this little music playing in the background, which was the old X-Men 97 music, right? I was like, oh, that was such a sweet touch. It was such a nice little thing. Guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of today's video, Hims. One of the hardest things about trying to lose weight is just figuring out what actually works. Because we've seen them all. There are a million trends, diets, and gimmicks out there, and honestly, it can get overwhelming. And that's why weight loss by Hims really stands out. Hims now offers access to an affordable range of FDA-approved GLP-1 medications, including the Wegovy pill at its lowest price ever, and the Wegovy pen. With Wegovy at Hims, lose up to 20% or more of your body weight when combined with diet and exercise. It helps you regulate your appetite and eat less, so success is within reach. Plus, Wegovy is the first ever and only GLP-1 available in a pill for weight loss, so there are no needles needed. And the process is extremely convenient. Everything happens online. You connect with a licensed provider who determines if treatment is right for you, and if prescribed, your medication gets delivered right to your door. No insurance necessary. Ready to reach your goals? Visit hims.com/Campea to get a personalized, affordable plan that gets you. That's HIMS.com/Campea. hims.com/Campea. Based on advertised cash price for 30-day supply of medication only. Membership required, fee not included, and billed separately. Weight loss by Hims is not available in all 50 states. Wegovy is the registered trademark of Novo Nordisk AS. To get started and learn more, including important safety information, Wegovy clinical study information, and restrictions, visit hims.com. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? A number of the online scoopers are now saying they can confirm that Sadie Sink is indeed playing Jean Grey, which is what 95% of us have just kind of been assuming anyway. Do you actually believe it? Do you believe it's true? If so, why do you think they're not kind of revealing it yet? I kind of suspect they will reveal it in the final trailer, but maybe they will, maybe they won't. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show Podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.